Hello everyone, this is RedSoxFan. We are doing a test of my new headset mic. So we're going to play a little pro strategy football, 1958 Colts, my beloved Johnny Unitas, taking on the 1986 New York Giants who won the Super Bowl over the Broncos. So it's the 58 Colts who defeated the Giants at Yankee Stadium. Now the 1986 Giants, in our little test, look to get revenge. If anyone is listening or watching, please comment on the sound quality. It seems okay with the headset. Again, I have been unable to get the sound to come through the headset. The mic seems okay. Alrighty, so let's do this. Let's play on expert and go. The Giants win the toss. They're going to defer the kickoff. So here's the kickoff for the Colts. Raul Allegre to kick it off. Colts to return the ball from about their 6. Here's Tom. The gut finish stand. It's 35-40. Brought down by the kicker, Raul Allegre. Again, this is a test. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can hear me, pop in the chat and say it's A-okay. Alrighty, so Giants played a 3-4. Again, we're just testing this out, the new headset with the mic. Let's go 1st and 10. Let's trap with Alan Amici, the horse. 1st and 10, trap with Alan Amici. 86 Giants, another one. Jerome Sally on the pass. Alright, so let's see. Hold on a second. I'm going to test out the sound quality. Let's see if I can hear it on my phone. Let's see here. Sound is low and a bit muffled. How about now? A little better? Extremely muffled. Okay, Rick. Alright, so this headset sucks donkey poo. Alright, let's go here. Go to here. I have it up. Let's see. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Do it that way.
How about now? Maybe it's too close. How's the sound now? Again, this is just a test. We might go back to our Yeti, whatever the fudge this is called. I'm trying not to swear as much in my life. Go back to our blue Yeti. Extremely muffled. So how's the sound now? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Here. Still muffled. Okay. Alright. Let's try. I don't understand that. So here. Alright, hold on 1 second. Again, this is just a test. How about now? Testing. Daisy Crocker. Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. H, I, J, K. L, M, N, O, P. I love testing new equipment. Same. Rick says it's the same. Well, I'm glad I spent money on this piece of food. All right. All right. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Let's try something else. You will hear silence. Let me unplug this. Okay.
Hello. All right. That seems high, doesn't it? We're getting playback. Do Huh. I think it's going to be better now. Alright, well, we'll find out in a moment. Okay. Can you hear me? Much better. Alright. Miraculously, unplug the Yeti, swear at it for 4 fucking days. Oh, nope, I promised myself I'm going to stop swearing as much. So, it's funny because I'm looking at the Yeti, and I spent money on that stupid headset, which sucks. Maybe I'll bring it back to get credit for something else. Alright, so, okay, hopefully that sounds good, right? Alright. I'm wondering now if I should lower. All right, let's do a little more testing. And if all goes well, we will actually play this game on a different stream. So I'm just testing. I'm ecstatic that I can actually. My mic is working properly now, which is really hilarious. But it's working. Alright, here we go. Let's go back to the game. What do we have? We have 2nd and 11. Let's sub in Lenny Moore. Let's go pass. Let's go screen. To Lenny Moore out of Penn State on 2nd and 11. Unitas under center. Here comes a blitz. Lenny Moore. Oh my God, the 86 Giants smushed him. How's the sound quality? How's the game sound quality? It seems, I'm looking at StreamYard. It seems like it's much louder than before, but I think it's also picking up the fans of my computer. I don't know. So how's the sound quality? Again, we've had a lot of issues with sound quality when I moved down into the bunker. Rick, sounds okay as in okay, or yeah, it's good. Just curious. I appreciate your guys' help. LT on the tackle there of Lenny Moore on the screen. Alright, again, this is just a test. This is just a test. Had this been an actual emergency, you could kiss your ass goodbye. Because had it been an actual nuclear attack, hiding under the desk would not save you. When I was a child, we used to go through the air raid drills every Friday. Early on, we did them every Friday. And then it was like once a month, and we would just laugh and laugh and laugh. You know, this is a test. So, I think that hello midlife crisis, Brock Riblet, Rick, and D. Scott Howard. Again, this is just a test. The fans at least are a low hum, not really distracting. I think that's actually the fan. Oh yeah, the fan. You're right. I thought you meant the fans. Thinking the fans of the game. I have them actually muted. I think it's what you're hearing is the fans of my computer, which we weren't. I did something before to get rid of that. Let's try a different. I shouldn't do a different setting. At least you guys can hear me. It's very aggravating. Let's try. Bring the gain down a bit. No, how's that? Is that better? I don't think that matters there. That actually should be in the middle. Let's try. How about now? No, I still think you're picking up the fans. Okay, let's try this setting. We can live with it, though. I had this mic set perfect at one time, and then there was an update. Mark Jones says, I sleep to a fan. It's music to my ears. I do the same thing. Is the sound quality better, though? Not. And next thing I have to figure out is how to stream Card and Dice down here, because I don't have the same setup. So, I think the mic quality is a lot better. But I do think it's picking up the fans from the computer, which it never did before, but we'll figure it out, right? Okay, we have 3rd and 11. Let's go to Raymond Berry. I hear a bit of a hum. Yeah, that's the fans. I don't understand why it's doing that. Oh, wait. I remember something now, folks. Hold on. I appreciate you guys. Oh, yes. We have to go into settings. Go into settings for OBS. Audio. Desktop. Buffering mode. No, that's monitor. All right. No, let's go back over here. Let's go. Let's go here. I wonder. So this is the volume here. I think therefore I am, or some shit like that. Okay, that's volume. Midlife Crisis says, my brother was stationed at Loring Air Force Base in the early and mid-'80s. Russian subs so close to New England, I believe that's what the NE means, that they only had 30 minutes to evacuate if a missile launched. DEFCON 3 a couple of times, no one knew. Well, we were taught to hide under our desks. I wonder if this does anything. No, I'm still getting... That doesn't do poop. Interesting. Alright, let's try... I wonder if I put it farther away. You see, you shouldn't... What I'm noticing... I think me... When I'm speaking, I believe the volume's much better, but I had it set before so you couldn't hear the background sound, and I'm trying to figure out... Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Do that. No. No, see, it's picking up the humming. The humming's a little better? Okay. Because I can see it's picking up the background sound through OBS, and it shouldn't be doing that. Alright, that goes there. Oh, wait a second. I remember now. Hold on. Hold on. I believe... Again, if you're just tuning in, we're just doing a test on the mic. The headset sucked. 2 headsets I have. They both suck. Bought new ones. Joy for that. I believe if I go here, click on mic. No, I have to go to a control panel. Control panel. Okay. Sounds. Mic. Yeti. Yes. Properties. Levels. Microphone at 70. Okay, that is a problem. Let's bring that. Actually, no, that was. Let's bring that up. And let's go. Balance. Right, left. That's for the ear. Okay. Speakers. Okay, advanced. No, that's not it. Enhancements, no. Loudness equalizer. Room correction. Select enhancement to apply for the current speaker. No, I don't want the speaker. I don't want the speaker. This is the Yeti microphone. Why does it say speaker? Yeti. Properties. Driver. Details. Events. Where is that setting? Recording. All right, that looks good, but it's the background sound. Sounds, okay. Windows default. Yeah. That's different. Mute all other sounds. Reduce volume of other sounds. Windows can automatically adjust the volume of different sounds when you are using your PC to place or receive telephone calls. Well, that's not what we're doing. Okay, that's... Well, let's try... Alright, let's bring that back down. Bring this back down. Let's, what do we have here? 3rd and 11. Let's look for Raymond Barry. Third and 11. We're going to go medium pass. Barry. Send him in motion. He's going to be the primary. Amichi's going to block. Play action fake. Why not? Here we go. 3rd and 11. Motion. Unitas back to pass. Throws. Incomplete. 4th and 11. .58 Colts to punt. Okay. 58 Colts are punting. I'm still getting the fan noise. How's the game sound? The game sound should be pretty good. Hello, Philip. How you doing? This is just a test. We're testing out. The mic actually, I believe, is working well, but it's picking up the fans from the PC, which it never did before because I had a setting. I'm trying to figure out how I did that before. All right, done here. Game sounds are fine, Rick says. Do you still hear the fan? You probably do, because I can see the how is my, can you hear me clear? Besides my allergy post-nasal drip. We're going to play the run on 1st and 10, man. So Sims sweep to Maurice Carthon. Colts bring him down. Art Donovan, big old Art Donovan tackles Maurice Carthon. 2nd and 11. They're going too tight and set. Bavaro and Zeke Mowat. I remember Zeke. Can still hear the fans, but I sound clear. Okay. I guess that's the trade-off for now. I will figure it out. I'm very happy with the mic quality now. I don't know, like, all of a sudden, why that... You know what? Let's, for ha-has, let's go to that... Let me change my... Let's go back here. Let's try something. That's what we're about, trying. That's why it's a test. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Okay. Let's go back to control panel. You can't see the control panel. Okay, let's go back to sound. That's the mic. Okay, that's the mic. Recording. Playback. You know what? Let's sounds. You know, let's double click on this. Listen. Levels. Microphones at 30. I don't think advanced. General. Properties. We did that. Okay, cancel. Cancel. Where was that other setting? Communications. Okay, let's try mute all other sounds. Nope, that didn't work. That did not work. I can still see where it's picking up the fans. I want to try something. How can it be picking up the fans? All right. Let's go back here. Hello. Hello. Let's go back here. Advanced. Huh. Alright, I'm still here, folks. I'm just checking some settings. Speakers. Again, we don't just leave that at 50. Cancel, communication. Oh boy, I don't know how to. I wish I could remember, but I do see that when I'm talking you can actually hear me now. The problem is that it's now picking up the fans, so that's background noise. Alright, let's, what do we have here? 2nd and 11. We're going to play man pass. And they're playing a 2 tight end set. So we're going to play man pass. And our defensive line in tight. 2nd and 11. Phil Simms under center. Back to pass. Throws middle. Incomplete. We kept our linebackers back there. They're going 4 wide. We're going to go 4-2 nickel. We're going to stunt our down 4 man pass on 3rd and 11. Simms back to pass. Throws incomplete. I believe that was for Stacy Robinson. So that's incomplete. All right, let's go back to settings in OB. I don't think it's an OBS thing, though. I don't think it is. Settings. Drag this over here. Audio. Yeah, there is a way. Let's close that. That's the same thing. Let's go advanced. Maybe it was in advanced. I'm trying to remember where I muted it. Nope, not there. I definitely did not go there. All right, they're going to punt. Landetta to punt from about his 1. Giants get the punt off. We're at the Rose Bowl. No return, out of bounds. First and 10. Trap play Lenny Moore on 1st and 10. Lenny Moore is squished. Loss of 1. Jim Burt on the tackle. Let's go back to pro set. Outside run. Motion, sweep towards motion with Heisman Trophy winner Alan Amici. Amici is crushed. Who got him? Terry Kennard, the defensive back. Okay. Lots of okays. Let's go pass. Medium pass. Lenny Moore. Mushler is going to run a fade. Amici's going to stay in the block. Barry is going to run a fade. 3rd and 14. Johnny Unitas looking to complete a pass here. Johnny back to pass. Throws incomplete to Lenny Moore. Giants with excellent coverage. Terry Kennard was in on that play. Okay. Colts to punt. Brown to do the punting. I got to figure out how to quiet the background sound. It's a gain. All right. Shift towards the tight end. Oh no, sorry. Shift over and blitz Shinnick. Man run 4-3. Sims under center. It's a give to Carthon. He's squished by the Colts defense. Don Shinnick, the blitzing linebacker, makes the tackle. We're going to go man pass 4-3. Defensive line in tight. Actually, let's go defensive line out wide. Read and react. Sims under center. Back to pass. Excellent protection. Throws complete to Mark Bavaro. Notre Dame graduate. Gain of 7. 3rd and 3. They're going 2 tight end set now. We are going to go defensive line in tight. And we're going to play man run. Here we go. Here we go. I formation. Screen to Carthon. Carthon brought down. That is a loss of 1. We're going to go for the punt block. Landetta, Sean Landetta, punting from... Oh, someone moved. I hope it wasn't us. Richard. No return. He got popped. Flag on the play.
Illegal procedure. Offense.
We're going to decline. Take the ball. Play action fake. We're going to go Raymond Berry on the fade. 1st and 10. Zone coverage for the 86 Giants. Unitas, the fade. Complete to Berry. 40, 45, 50. Into Giants territory. First completion for Johnny Unitas. Actually, second completion, I believe. Let's check out Johnny U. He's 2 for 4. 31 yards. That was the big completion there. Let's go... Same thing here. Let's hit the tight end Lyles. Play action fake. Looking for Lyles on the out. Unitas under duress throws complete to Lyles. Tackled by Jerome Sally. Lenny Lyles gain is 7. Counter left, Lenny Moore. On 2nd and 3, Lenny Moore. He's got it. He busts it to the outside. 1st down. Sustained drive by the 58 Colts. Lenny Moore is hurt, though. Dupree comes back in the game. Moore favoring his hamstring. Oh, that's driving me nuts that you can hear the fans. Because in OBS I can see the background sound. Okay. Would you say my mic quality when I speak is better than prior streams here in the bunker? Looking for some feedback. Because I've been fooling around with some settings. As we've been doing this, I'm just trying to figure out the right setting. But then again, once we get it, OBS will probably have an update, or Windows will have an update, and they'll foobar all my settings all over again. Okay, I think if I do that, let's see if we bring it farther away. That's mic volume. I mean, that's headset volume. Oh, shoot. I know what I can do. I could put a headset in there. But I don't think that's going to help that. Rick says, yes, prior streams, your audio cutting out about a fourth of the time. Yes, and it's very annoying because I don't want to do that. If people come to watch or we're chatting or we're talking, I want to be able to talk. You know what? If we have to live with right now for a little fan in the background, we'll have to live with that. There is a setting, and I just can't remember it. I must have watched like 4,000 videos when I got my mic set properly. I wonder if it's, I don't think it's this, though. It's not that. Well, the good news is you can hear me better. The bad news is we're picking up some of the fans from the computer. Rick says fans are not a deal breaker. I know, Rick. I appreciate that, but it drives me nuts. Because I can look over to OBS. That's my recording software. Free recording software. And I look over and I can see that the fans are being picked up because the mic... Like, I'm going to not speak for 10 seconds. You can hear the fans. Because, as I just didn't speak for 10 seconds approximately, I can look over to OBS when I'm not speaking and no game sound, mind you. And I can see that the mic is picking up something, and it has to be the fans because that's the only other noise. And it's a really light noise, but it could be, annoying. Which I don't get. There's a setting on here. Interesting. All right, well, we're just going to use... Oops, sorry. We're just going to use this setting. What's good is now I don't have to be right over the mic, and it seems like you can hear me pretty well. All right, let's play a little more, and we'll stop it. I'm trying to... It's not that. That's the microphone. It's not voice recorder. Well, I'm happy that the mic's working properly where you can hear me now. And you can hear me much better. I'm not breaking up. Again, this is what this test was for. Again, I just bought 2 freaking headsets. Tested them out. And again, that's probably me setting them up not properly. But headsets are aggravating. The old headsets I had worked really good. They were what's that called? Not Wi-Fi. They were Bluetooth. These are plugins. I think I got to go to Bluetooth. I might bring these back and buy the Bluetooth, but right now the mic's working. I'm happy about that. So I'm just going to... What time is it? 11:21. Good news is they're letting us out at 3 from now on in the summer on Fridays from work. I have to run all the rent checks for our freaking landlords. Got to run the rent checks. The check runs. Okay. Let's not that. Let's go back to control panel. I think it's in the control panel. Sound. La 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 la. That's working good. I'm happy about that. I mean, I'm far enough away from the mic and you can still hear me. That's outstanding. Alex, don't be sorry. We're just doing a test. We're doing a test. I'm doing a test, and you guys are helping me. The mic quality is much better. I figured that part out purely by mistake. But it's not like really low. And like Rick said, I don't believe I'm cutting out anymore. And I can actually sit farther away, and you can still hear me, so that's outstanding. The problem is, when I change the setting to that, you can now pick up the fans from my computer. And I don't like that. So. Okay, we'll play a little more. And I just wanted to try to figure this out so maybe I could start streaming a little more when I have an opportunity later at night when my grandson falls asleep. But so where's the Yeti? Okay, so this was this manager, which is not even hooked up anymore. Realtek Audio Manager. Environment. I wonder if this works with the mic. Let's check something out here. Nope. Okay. Sound effects. Default format. Main volume. But I think that's for the headset. I think that would be for the headset. Sound effects. Environment. Equalizer. Let's try that. Oh, that's music. Okay. Digital. Digital. No. Yeah, I don't think this... What's that? Club. Arena. Auditorium. Stone room. Interesting. Loudness equalizer. No, I don't know if that's what I want. Environment. Room. That didn't do a thing. Generic. None. Sound effects. See, that's sound effects. I actually don't think this matters here. Mute. Interesting. Alright, so you guys can still hear me, correct? Again, this is a test. We're testing the mic, and I'm happy that I've been able to increase the mic so you can hear me. The problem is, when upon increasing the mic, we have enabled you to also hear the fans through the mic, and I'm not happy about that. But there is a way. I don't think it's this thing here, but close out of that. I think it's in StreamYard. All right, let's try one more thing. Close out of that. All right, let's run a play. What do we have? We have 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Let's run Dupree counter. 1st and 10. Dupree's going to pick up a yard. Leonard Marshall brings him down. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9. Medium pass. The new Pro Strategy football that's going to be coming out is going to be, they've made a lot of really cool changes for if you're interested in the proper period play, meaning like if you're playing 1958, you no longer have to what I've been told, because I'm on the beta team once again, Kerry Bates Bats asked me to come back, and I was very happy to hear from him. He's a very nice man. You will be able to run the proper offenses. You can run any offense, but you can set it for now. Instead of you having to pick a pass offense, you can pick anything for a pass offense. Meaning, if it was in the 40s and they played tight to the line, you select that. You know, if you want to. In other words, if you're playing PC versus PC, you can set it so they play the proper formations. Again, it's a game, and people go, well, they didn't play 4 wides in 1958. No, they didn't. Again, it's a game. So if you're playing a team from a different era, the way I play it is I'm going to use every formation. You know, try to win. Alex Acosta's art. Did the 58 Colts have more of a run-heavy or pass-heavy offense in real life? I would think, great question, I would think they were a little more I bet they were 50-50. But in that era of football, most teams ran the ball a little more. You know what? Let's take a look. That is an outstanding question. I'm going to go to Pro Football Reference, and we're going to look at the 58 Colts. I'm going to look at it while we keep that screen up. Let's go to Pro. How's everyone's allergies? My allergies are horrible this year. Pro Football. Let's spell Pro Football right now. It's not that difficult. It's Pro Football Reference. That is an excellent question. Let's go to 1958. I actually could probably, let me switch. Oh, I've never done this. We're going to switch on the fly. Alex says his allergies are okay. Jack Thompson, balanced. I think that's what they were. I've never done this. I'm going to switch my streaming to in OBS. Shoot, where is it? Where is it? So you can see my screen. Where is it? Let's make this bigger. Hold on a second, folks. Should be how to use. Where is it? Oh, here it is, right there, in front of your face, Al. Hopefully you can see that screen. Jack Thompson says, Amici and Moore running, Barry and Mushler receiving. We're just going to go to 58, NFL. See here. 354 attempts passing. .456 attempts running, so slightly more run. We'll say like 40% around. So it's slightly more. You're looking at maybe 40-60, 60-40, 60%. Pretty much balanced, to be honest with you. I mean, they passed. They had 354 passing attempts. I don't know if that counts sacks. I think sacks were counted as runs back then. I'm not sure. But they rushed the ball 456 times. And they averaged 4.7 yards per carry. So pretty balanced. Arnold Hunter, how you doing? Maybe next year, Arnold, I'll be at the con. Looked like you guys had a lot of fun. SGJ Jamie, 55-45-ish. Yeah, so I mean, that's not bad. You know, in reality, if you're a football coach, you'd want to probably be 50-50, you know, in reality. Keep people off balance. But you got to go with what talent you have. So, again, I'm asking people, can you hear me better? I know we can hear the fans of my computer, unfortunately. So, our next thing we're going to try to figure out, after we try to figure out how to get the fans from now. I'm happy with the mic. Oh, you know what? I better, before this plays something, let me get back to... So again, SGJ Jamie, how you doing? Arnold Hunter, Alex Acosta, Jack Thompson, how you doing? We got Rick, Philip Reynolds, hope all is well. Midlife Crisis, Mark Jones, Cutter Historical, Brock Riblet was here, and D. Scott Howard was here. I don't know if they're still here, but I appreciate them. They were here earlier. And I was testing out some headphones with mics, and those were awful. But we somehow, through our trying to adjust our headsets with the mics, we got the Blue Yeti to actually work sort of properly now, where you can hear me, where I don't have to have it right in front of my freaking mouth. And I don't think you're losing me like every fourth syllable. So, because I have some ideas. I don't want to share them yet. But for some stuff for the FOC. But I have to make sure my mic quality is good, or it's not gonna, there's no sense in doing this. So, Alex says, lost to New York Giants in the regular season, so the Colts must have learned from their mistake to beat the Giants in the championship game. The Giants in 1958 beat Jim Brown and the Cleveland Browns 3 times. They actually played a playoff game because they were tied. Let's go back. I'll show you that. This is very interesting. You can see the asterisks here. Normally there's no playoff game. You just take the 2 division winners, go away, and you play a championship game. But because they were tied at 9-3, even though the Giants beat them twice, they played a playoff game, and the Giants shut out the Browns 10-0. And they would advance to play Baltimore in the NFL championship in the greatest game ever played, with Alan Amici scoring the winning touchdown in overtime. So, and if I remember what I read correctly, the coach took Jim Brown out of the game and didn't put him back in. Let's see if I remember. Yeah, look. Jim Brown, 7 attempts, 8 yards. I believe I read somewhere where the coach took Jim Brown out of the game. I think Brown came out, and he never came out of a game, but I don't know if he just needed a quick breather, and the coach didn't put him back in. So, again, he had a 20-yard run, though, and he must have lost a lot of yards because in overall he was only 7 carries, 8 yards. I think that is correct because I don't think he got hurt. Paul Brown, the coach. It was Paul Brown. So, again, Paul Brown could be a prick. I guess all coaches can be pricks. But you can see here, Jim Brown, 7 carries, 8 yards total. And I think if I remember reading something and hearing Jim Brown talk about it, like he asked to come out for a play because he was dinged up or something, or just needed a breather. Maybe it was after the 20-yard run. I don't know. And they never put him back in the game, basically. They didn't use him anymore. So that's quite interesting. The Giants held Cleveland. What was the weather? What was the weather? Let's see. Sometimes they'll give you the weather in these things. Look at that, Don Maynard. Don Maynard went on, he played for the Jets. That's pretty funny, huh? Gifford had 23 carries, 95 yards. Alex Webster, 15 for 62. Phil King, 10 for 26. Where's the weather? Outdoor grass, 61,000. Was at Yankee Stadium. Cleveland, wow. They only threw for 62 yards. Giants rushed for... where's the rushing? So the Giants had 317 yards total, which they rushed for over here. They rushed 53 times for 211 yards. That's outstanding. That's what you call ground and pound. But I do believe that they didn't put Jim Brown back in the game or used him sparingly after. I don't think he was hurt. And the Giants beat Cleveland 3 times that year. Let's look at Cleveland real quick. Giants beat him. There's one. Giants beat him again on the last day of the season to force the playoff. So had Cleveland won on December 14th, 1958, Cleveland would have went on to play for the NFL championship. So the Giants beat him in I have looked at this and I forgot about that. Giants beat him in consecutive weeks. They beat him 3 times that year. So that was a 4th loss. It was a playoff loss. The only other team to beat them were the Detroit Lions, who thumped them 30-10. I mean, that's pretty interesting, that stuff. Alrighty. Well, I don't know how to get rid of the backup, the sound of the fans from the PC. So if you guys can just give me a little more feedback, I'm going to go back to the game. How is the sound quality for the mic? Please be honest. I'm trying to get things right again so we can do a little more streaming. The headphones sucked, both of them. I wasted money on those things. So I hate that. I don't mind spending stuff, but when it doesn't work... And again, it's probably me with my settings, but it should be easier. You shouldn't have to jump through hoops. There's got to be a Yeti setting for the PC. Alright, so let's go back to the game, run a few more plays, and call it a stream. Rick says, Mike sounds fine, just got to figure out the fan sound. Is the fan sound overwhelming? I know you guys say, no, it's not, but I really need to know. Because if the fan sound, I'll listen to this later, and then I'm going to delete this video. If the fan sound is there, there's no sense in doing this stuff. You know? Alrighty, 2nd and 9 for the Colts at the New York, as Rick says, Not overwhelming. Yes, but is it uncomfortable? You know, is it something like if you hear it, you're like, oh, I don't want to listen to that poop. I don't want to hear the fans in the background. All right, let's go play action fake. Let's go to Barry on 2nd and 9. It's a blitz. Unitas throws complete to Barry. Took a big pop by Perry Williams. And now let's go with the draw. Let's go draw with Alan the Horse Amici on 1st and 10. Let's see if we punch one in. There goes the horse. Bounces to the outside. A big run by Amici of 8. 2nd and 2. Mark Collins tripped up Alan the Horse Amici. Let's go draw again. They're playing a 2-deep zone. That's silly. Here goes Alan Amici. He's close to the first. Penalty. He's got it, but what's the flag? We'll find out.
Illegal block. Offense.
Oh, nullifies the first. 2nd and 12. Fade to Mushler. Let's go play action fake. Amici to block. Dupree to block. Lyles to block. And Barry to run across. But we're going to go to Mushler as a primary. And then only Barry there. Okay, here we go. 2nd and 12. Unitas back to pass. He has all day in the world. Mushler incomplete. Perry Williams in on the coverage again. We're going to take Dupree out. Lenny Moore's hurt. Lenny Moore got injured. Ouch, that sucks. All right, well, we can't do that. 2nd and 12. We're going to go Barry here. 3rd and 12, excuse me. 3rd and 12. Giants playing a 2-deep zone. Unitas. Barry tipped away. Unitas was under duress. Kenny Hill makes the play. Lenny Moore's available.
Intentional grounding. Offense.
Oh, my God. Intentional grounding. That's a BS call. 4th and 22. I think that just took us out of... 49% chance for the field goal. Myra for the field goal. Straight ahead kicker. Shot a hole. Myra. Oh, he got it. He didn't get it. Wide right. 49-yard attempt goes for naught. All right, well, that's going to be it, folks. Again, this was a test. I believe the mic quality is pretty good. Unfortunately, we have to figure out the background noise with the fan, but we might have to live with that for a little bit. I did pick up a set of football cards. Not a set, but a pack. 2024 Score football cards. 12 cards in a pack for over $3. My best card, I got a Legends card of Jim Kelly. I have Isaiah Pacheco. Donald Driver. I think that's a Legends card too. Donald Driver, he retired, right? Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, that is, he did retire. We got Javon Holland, Chris Godwin, Antonio Gibson. This is a nice one. I got a first ballot Hall of Famer Julius Pepper defensive end card. I have a Jordan Love card for the Packers. So probably my favorite card here. I like the Jim Kelly. I like the Patriot card, obviously. I like the Donald Driver card. I like them all. They're very sharp-looking cards, just a bit expensive. Anyway, you can't see them. I was just Gonna put them in the pack because I cut the top and just slid them out, which is kind of neat because you can just slide them back in and keep them safe. All right. So thank you very much to Rick, Alex, SGJ Jamie, Arnold Hunter, Jack Thompson, Alex, Acosta Art, Philip Reynolds, Mark Jones, Midlife Crisis, Cutter Historical, Brock Riblet, D. Scott Howard. So, again, we were just testing out a couple of headsets that stunk. And again, it was probably my settings. But through that, we were able to somehow reset the Blue Yeti. The mic quality of me speaking is much better, I believe. But with that, we're picking up background sound. And I'm going to try one last thing because I just thought of it. One last thing. Settings, OBS, audio. No, it's not that. Shoot. Alright, well, as they say in the Looney Tunes universe, that's all, folks. Take care. Thank you very much. Stay safe. Be smart. Treat people the way you want to be treated. God bless. Thank you for your time. And